Happy Friday. It's Mrs. Aruzia, and today I have a new story that I'm going to read, and I'm really excited about this story because I've actually only read it one time, and that was just the other day when we got it in the mail. I ordered it for my kiddos, and as I was reading it, I thought, oh my, I have to read this to the kindergartners. So the title of the story is The Beeman, and it's about this little boy and his grandfather. So I'm really excited for you guys to see what happens on this little boy's journey with his grandfather. So we're gonna get started. The Beeman by Lori Krebs and Valerie Siss. Bees. There wouldn't be sunflowers, wouldn't be peas, wouldn't be apples on apple trees if it weren't for fuzzy old, buzzy old bees dusting pollen from off their knees. Aline Fisher. Here is my grandpa, who's known in our town as the Beeman. Here is his jacket with a tight-fitting hood that covers his face just the way that it should when he visits his hives as a Beeman. Here are his gloves, made of cotton and leather, protecting his hands in all kinds of weather when he tends to his hives as the Beeman. Here is the beehive, where all the bees sleep, tucked into a box called a shallow or deep, and then placed on a stand by the Beeman. So they're right here. That's where they live. Here is the smoker that calms down the bees, and a hive tool that opens the beehive with ease for a much closer look by the Beeman. Here is the queen bee, who does her job well and lays tiny eggs in a six-sided cell. She's the heart of the hive, says the Beeman. Here are the drone bees with big bulging eyes and a large appetite supporting their size. They mate with the queen, adds the Beeman. Here are the workers, 10,000 or more, who gather the nectar to bring back and store in honeycomb cells for the Beeman. Here are the house bees with swift moving wings that dry up the nectar a worker bee brings, making honey for me and the Beeman. Here's the extractor. It's clickety-clack, removing the honey from frames on its rack and filling up jars for the Beeman. Here's some of the honey returned to the hive. It's food for the bees to help them survive the long winter days near the Beeman. Here are the bees, protected from harm, inside the hive, huddled, sheltered, and warm. So they'll be here next year, says the Beeman. Here's the wagon filled up to the brim with bottles of honey collected by him and brought to the house by the Beeman. Here are the muffins, all warm and delicious and dripping with honey on Grandma's best dishes. I'm glad that my grandpa's the Beeman. Okay, that's the end of the story, and after that there's a bunch of different facts that they give you about the bees, and there was one that I wanted to share with you, and the title is Bee Dancing, and it says, did you know that bees dance? Well, they do, and their dance tells other workers where nectar is found and how to get there. If food is close by, they do a round dance, running in circles, first one way and then the other, allowing the workers to smell and taste what they have found. The faster they dance, the richer the supply of nectar. So how cool is that? One of the ways that they communicate with each other is through dancing. So that is our story for today. I hope that you guys enjoyed it, and I will see you again soon. Bye.